first time since he was the head coach of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Relieved of his duties after 8 games in 2011. Grant Shaw the kick, fighting the sun. Sanders up across the 50 to the 53-yard line.
First quarter for Darian Durant, just shy of 100 yards passing. Nice job of avoiding the rush a couple of times. There was times when that Edmonton defense did get home, but he made the miss, found some receivers downfield. Chris Getzlaff off to a good start, as was Corey Sheets.
Roughriders opened last year in Hamilton. They put up a season-high 500 yards of offense in a win. But they have struggled here at Commonwealth. 6 straight losses. Durant can air it out, but this time Grimes hit Getzlaff well covered, and the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, he threw that away. Just found an open area and just let it go. He felt the pocket collapse around him. And you talk about that Edmonton defense, Chris. It's interesting because that is the strength, or what many people feel will be the strength of this team as Mike Riley finds his way. And they had some offside issues on the D-line. Darian Durant with his play calling did a nice job of keeping them off balance.
Chris Rabokampa has checked into the secondary for the Eskimos. An extra DB passing situation. 2nd and 10 Riders. Durant for time. He wants Weston Dressler and overthrows him by a couple of strides, with TJ Hill isolated against the most explosive of the Rider receivers.
You know, TJ Hill got a chance to get in the hip pocket of Weston Dressler there. And talking to Kavis Reed yesterday about TJ Hill, the veteran, 7 years, 5 with the Eskimos, was 9th in the CFL last year in tackles, but it's his versatility that's so important. Reed said it is the most important position on defense, he believes, that cover linebacker.
There's Joe Burnett back as Schmidt will handle the punts. And Burnett from his 11. And he just lunges forward to around the 15-yard line, surrounded by Butler and Ferry and a group of cover guys for the Roughriders. Flag on the play. Mike Riley talked about extending drives.
Holding. Edmonton number 46. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
And they need a drive, but backed up here, back at the 6 after the penalty against Edmonton. CFL on TSN doubleheader action next Thursday as we start week 2. A rematch. Galvio and Pierce, the Bombers, are in Montreal, and then it'll be the Argonauts against the BC Lions, who will not be in a very good frame of mind after what happened last night at McMahon.
Quite the start to the 2013 season. Every team in the first 3 games over 30 points on the board.
Averaging 73 points per game. Eskimos had their work cut out for them to continue that trend. Mike Riley takes off and runs, and he's up near the 20. We asked about a comparison with Travis Lulay yesterday. He said Lulay will run more than I will, but you can see there that Mike Riley can take off with the football.
Well, yeah, and he actually joked about it, saying, watch this play fake here, though, as he takes the entire defense with him on that play fake to Hugh Charles, but gets around the edge, and he was joking about that a little bit. He says, I'm not real happy with the way I look when I run. It looks a little gangly, but he can do it.
13 and a first down, a little breathing room. Riley stands in, airs it out. He's got an open man, and hook up with Isaiah Sweeney.
Oh, he had him. Isaiah Sweeney, all we've heard all training camp about Sweeney is his tremendous speed. But when he started running that go route, he hesitated at about the 20-yard mark, geared it down, and now he knows that Riley can make that throw. You just got to get on your horse. This is a young wide receiver who's trying to figure out this quarterback. Now, if he gears it down a little bit right there, if he keeps going full speed, he runs underneath that.
Missed opportunity, 2nd and 10. Throws to the wide side. RJ Kuhorn, and he's brought down quickly by Terrell Mays.
By the way, that long throw to Sweeney was Riley's first incompletion. He was 3 for 3 coming into this drive, and just hasn't got the opportunities because of the Saskatchewan offense.
Said he doesn't run as much as Lule, but likes to take the deep shot maybe a little bit more than Travis, and you saw both on that last series. But the Eskimos again have to kick the ball, and Rough Riders should get it in decent field position. Sanders awaits at around the Saskatchewan 35. And Shaw. Sanders takes the sun, brings it down. And he is dropped up near the 45-yard line. Back at Commonwealth, where Darcy Seaton is on the sidelines.
Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, you know what? Hosting the Grey Cup is one thing, but winning it all as the host team is another. Before 2011, only 3 teams managed to pull that off. Of course, the BC Lions won it in 2011 on their home turf. The Argos winning the 100th edition of the Grey Cup just last season. So you think with the Riders hosting this year, there might be some added pressure to keep that streak alive. Head coach Corey Chamberlain says, you know what? We're just taking this one game at a time. But he did admit that it will most likely creep into their players' heads as the season progresses, guys.
It's in Gary Durant's head. He talked about it yesterday. As much as they don't want to get ahead of themselves. How about Corey Sheets? He tripped himself up as he crossed midfield into Eskimo territory, but Edmonton hasn't found a way to stop Sheets in this opening half.
Well, you know, that's what they talked about, and it's going to be very difficult for the players or the coaching staff to be able to block that out. 2 in a row now for home teams winning the Grey Cup in front of their fans, and that's going to be talked about all season long in Saskatchewan, especially if they have success early in the season. They have to just focus on the next play, not even the next day, the next play.
14 for Sheets, a first down, and a quick hitter to the outside. Taj Smith up against Aaron Grimes, the newcomer on the corner.
Ball is complete to number
In that regard, Corey Chamberlain made some changes in the offseason along with Brendan Taman in Saskatchewan. And in an effort to finish games stronger, to get more of a veteran presence, he brings in G. Roy Simon, Ricky Foley, we haven't talked about much yet here in this game. John Chick back, Weldon Brown over from the Edmonton Eskimos. Get a little more of a veteran presence in the lineup.
It's a streaky team last year. Won their first 3, lost 5 in a row, and finished the year losing 4 straight games in the regular season. Durant over the middle on the pass behind Chris Getzlaff.
I think the intended target for Durant here was Weston Dressler on the short crosser, and this is what's called eliminating the crosser. Dressler got just taken out of the play. I believe it was J.C. Sherritt. He's going to try and run this short crosser with Getzlaff the second layer, and watch the elimination of the crossing route by Sherritt right in the middle.
22-31. To punt, and he drifts that one deep into the end zone for the single point. Missing the pin, but adding to the lead is 15-0 Rough Riders. Our sack tally brought it to you again this year by Pure Later, tackling hunger across Canada. Check.
BC Lions won the Derby last year. Karan Williams led the league. Now they've moved Karan Williams and BC inside. See if that changes throughout the season, but the Saskatchewan Roughriders hoping to move up that list with the acquisition in the offseason of John Chick. Returns to the lineup.
19 CFL quarterback sacks for Chick. McRiley takes a hit, gets it deep, and Fred Stamps has got it in full gallop. His first catch of 2013 McKnight Commonwealth.
And with a guy in his face, Mike Riley delivers a strike. I mean, Fred Stamps does not have to break stride, and the veteran who finished second in the league in receiving behind Chad Owens, he knows to keep it in full gear. Riley will get it there.
Got a step on Dwight Anderson. Fred Stamps, who started so slowly last year, just 110 yards in the opening 4 games of the season. Riley hit, ball up for grabs, and it falls incomplete as Keith Shulligan on a big hit in on Mike Riley, who's collecting himself after that.
Yeah, it looks like he's favoring the right shoulder. Keith Sholigan, he takes advantage of the fact that Mike Riley's going to hesitate a little bit. He's playing right over the nose, right over Gord Hines. Slips through there, and it's a pretty good hit on number 13.
Sholigan now the leader on defense in terms of service in his 6th year as a mainstay on that Rider front four. 2nd and 10. Riley steps up, gets a block from Charles, and he'll get the first down. Second run for Mike Riley.
We talked about this off the top, Chris, is that Mike Riley, one of his characteristics is his ability to overcome adversity, bounce back quickly. On that last hit from Keith Sholigan, he hesitated a little too long and got hit because of it. Ball popped up. This time, when he saw that he didn't have a receiver, he immediately made the decision, the adjustment, took off, and ran for a big first down.
3rd rush, 33 yards for Riley. 12 on that carry after a 46-yard pass to Stamps. And now the roll and throw over the head to Kerry Cope with Dwight Anderson in the neighborhood.
Well, you remember that down at the other end of the field, Mike Riley ran that same play, got outside and around the edge and was wide open, but this time containment is there from former Edmonton Eskimo Weldon Brown. He's going to step up, redirect. Now that's a defensive back, so he can make that redirection a little easier than a defensive end. But he forces a quick throw and Riley didn't want to throw.
So 2nd and 10 Eskimos. Ball on the Roughriders 17. Short drop, flag down. Kerry Cope can't reach it. Incomplete.
That's a flag. That's an open receiver, Chris, and again pressure. That's, I think, the 4th play in a row that Mike Riley's had to pick himself up off the Commonwealth turf here. Whether he gets it out of his hand or not.
Procedure, Edmonton, no end. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
So an alignment issue. And the field goal unit will come on for Kivas Reed.
Now, basically, that call happens quite often, and on Twitter I often get the question, what does that call mean? Basically, you have to have 7 players on the line of scrimmage. So if a receiver doesn't get up there and cover the tackle, then that tackle is ineligible. It becomes an ineligible formation.
Former Saskatchewan Husky Grant Shaw from 25 yards out. Shaw pulls that one. And a single point is all that the Eskimos will come away with.
Holder is backup quarterback Kerry Joseph. Take a look and see if he had an issue there. It looked like he caught it clean, got it down. No, the hole looked fine. Grant Shaw just pulled that. He just shanked it.
And it's been one of those afternoons so far. So just a single point after the big play to Stamps. A couple of runs by the quarterback. And it's 15-1. Roughriders start at their 35. A little shovel pass inside. And Odell Willis, the former Rough Rider, closes down on Corey Sheets.
When he's at his best, Odell Willis can be a dominant rush in. He's just got to play more consistently down in and down out because he has that ability to redirect like a defensive back, like we saw Weldon Brown for Saskatchewan. He's got the quickness at the end. Step up the field, get contained, and then come under and take that shovel pass.
14 in 5 years for Odell Willis. 3 for Sheets. 2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz. Durant got it away, but off the fingertips of Getzlaff, incomplete.
Interesting call here from Greg Marshall, defensive coordinator, because with Odell Willis here, this time because of the threat of Corey Sheets, he's going to step up and want to release out here and give Durant a target. But watch what Odell Willis does. He slides underneath and basically just grabs Corey Sheets, spies him, doesn't let him out of there. And now Durant has to go to option 2.
2nd 2 and out for the Saskatchewan offense in this opening half. Split the punt, and Burnett lets it bounce. And scoops it up at the 20, where he's quickly surrounded. Flag down on the return.
He gets the ball out at 25. There's a flag here.
I think that'll be the 5-yard, no yards penalty.
See if Riley can follow up a little momentum created from that last series.
No yards. Saskatchewan number 31. That penalty is declined. First down.
Calgary product Sam Hurl, who chalked up 17 special teams tackles in his rookie season. So the Eskimos start at their 25. John White is the ball carrier. And another good run by White. We'll raise some eyebrows with that 69-yard romp that BC placed last week.
Last week, 90 yards rushing in the first half, and Cavis Reed had no choice but to try and find a way to get him on the roster. So he will sub in and fill in for Hugh Charles. Nice little run and tight spot right there.
Broke Jamal Anderson's rushing records at Utah. First down at the 35. Far side, pass complete. Kuhorn breaks a tackle. And the University of Calgary Dinosaur, or Dino, I'm an old timer with Dinosaur. Dino makes the catch of the first down.
Actually, one of the guys. We're thinking about you, Calgary, and all your cleanup with the floods. And congratulations to the Stampeders for winning that game. And I know it was an emotional night. Nate Kuhorn's family had to actually wait to get back into their homes.
Hometown of Medicine Hat. Here's the pitch. John White. He got away and then got tripped up by Brackenridge. Otherwise, he might still be running. Boy, John White showing something in the very early going preseason in this first half.
Well, you've got some foot speed. You take a look at his foot speed coming around the corner here. Nice cut back right there. And the sign of a great running back is that he doesn't go down on first contact. John White has it.
Gary Joseph comes in with the short yardage group. 2nd and 1. Hands it off to White again. Side steps, he'll have the first down. Mike Riley, number 13, will come back in. And he's got a special reason for wearing that number.
I've worn 13 since my freshman year in college. I watched Dan Marino growing up as a kid, watched him play, and I just loved the way that he played the game of football. He was pretty fearless, threw the ball all the time. They didn't have much of a running game. Everybody knew he was going to throw the ball. He had some busted knees, so he couldn't move out of the pocket. I'd like to think I'm a little more mobile than that, but he was fearless, and he made that offense run, and so I just respected how he played the game.
Spin by White, but this time waiting for him, and it's Craig Butler with the tackle.
Pretty good one to have as a hero in Dan Marino. Take a look at his numbers, over 61,000 passing yards in the National Football League, 420 touchdown passes, and a hero for Mike Riley growing up. So he takes number 13 at the end of that clip too. He mentioned to us. Plus, you know, it's always available. Yeah, for some reason, the guys don't want 13.
Ward in St. Louis, and when they had a game in Arizona, as Riley dumps it off, and Stamps can't name on with Brackenridge in the neighborhood. He said he had a little bit of a look from Kurt Warner, who made that number famous with the Rams. So the drive is halted at midfield.
Well, it'll be interesting to hear Matt Dunning